Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ben Malal here. Thanks for joining me in this video. Now, what I wanted to touch on today is basically one of the most important things that has really been helping me in the last few months to scale my business up to a point where almost overnight I was able to literally double the revenue and profit that I was making, sometimes even more than that. And that's what I've noticed that is a bottleneck for a lot of people, where I've seen so many times somebody that has a product that they're selling a few pieces a day, and just by me helping them scale it, were able to go from $200, $300 a day to $3,000 a day just by applying some simple tips and really just scaling correctly. And you might notice that as well, that you might have a product that's selling pretty good, and you don't know that maybe that you're making $100 a day today, you might be able to make $1,000 a day tomorrow just by applying these simple tips. So yeah, for example, you can see here in one of our stores where we were able to go from about $50 in revenue a day to almost 6K just by applying these scaling techniques. Here it dropped a little bit because apparently Shopify decided that one of our products were out of stock, and the customers weren't able to buy it. Luckily, we noticed it only after 2 days and were able to fix it. And I believe that this will stay at this number for about a month, maybe 2 months. And that's really nice actually, because the profit that we're making here is about 30%. This is about a quarter. We're having about a quarter ad spend, maybe 1.5K, maybe less, 1.4K ad spend a day here. And this is really nice because it's an upcoming trend, and it was really easy to scale it up like that. And as well, you can see I did the same thing with somebody that I've been working with in the past few weeks, where he found a product that has been selling pretty good for him, and he had no idea that that product that he was only making up $300 a day from it, that he would be able to make up to 5K a day in literally 2 days. And here, by the way, the ad spend is crazy. It's about a tenth. It's about $500 ad spend, because this is a really, really winning product. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to stand the credit limits, so we had to scale down. I really felt like I'm burning money, but nothing he could have done. Anyway, let's get right to it now. I want this to be short and simple. I want you to have this blueprint in mind, and if you assign it to your business, I really want to know the results that you get. Now, some people might agree with me, some people might disagree with me. Already, I'm telling you that this is what I do and this is what works for me. If you do something else that works for you, excellent. I'm not here to tell you that what you do is bad. I'm just here to tell you that what I'm doing currently is working for me. So let's begin. I have an example here of just like a random campaign, a random dog necklace. So these are my campaigns. These are my ad sets. So I'll always start with a PP and a purchase, if anybody was curious, and I'll do mobile and desktop for $10. By the way, this is how I always assign the names for my ad sets. This way it's really organized, and I know what's working, what isn't working, and why it's not, why it isn't. So we got dog necklace PPE. PetSmart is the audience, and age 20 plus, USA, mobile and desktop. I always start with mobile and desktop at the beginning to check out the product, to check out the ad, to see how it works. I really like to go with audiences that are over 1 million when I scale, because there's more to play with. You can scale much higher when you have bigger audiences. 2-3 million is really good as well, as long as it's pretty targeted. That's why I take a lot of small audiences with a very high affinity score and combine them until I reach a point where I'm satisfied, like 1 million, 2 million, and so on. So we got here 2 ad sets, PPE, purchase, same audience, everything is the same other than the objective. Now, once I see a return on investment, once I see that the ad is actually making me more money per day than it's losing me, and I want that to be stable for a few days, that's where I know that I'm already um, maybe dealing with a potential winning product. So what I'll do is I'll start scaling. How do I scale? First of all, I'll duplicate that ad that's working for me, and I will assign it. I will assign only mobile to it, and I will increase the budget to $50. So again, what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the ads that are working. I'm just going to duplicate them and give it a budget of $50. Then the $50 changes sometimes 100, sometimes 200, depending on the size of the audience. If the size of the audience is between 1 to 1.5 million, even if it's between 500,000 to 1.5 million, I'll usually assign $50. If it's more than that, maybe 2 million, 3 million, I might go with $100. So for this example, I'm going to fit with $50, and after we do that, we're actually going to let that run for 2-3 days and see what happens. Now, if after the first day I'm already seeing good results, I'm already seeing positive ROI, I will scale immediately. If not, I want to see what happens in the next 2-3 days. If I'm getting positive return on investment on this ad, I'm going to duplicate that and give it a 7-day conversion window. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Facebook has made this update, I think 2 months ago, something like that, where you can give it the ad 7-day conversion window and a 1-day conversion window. So all my ads are usually 1-day conversion window until I scale. So once I scale, I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to give it a 7-day conversion window mobile. So basically, this is the same ad set, but this is 1-day conversion window, this is 7-day conversion window. Okay? And yes, they are competing with each other, but I don't care. All I care about is the amount of money I'm putting in to the amount of money I'm getting back. Of course, I still want to be efficient. If I wasn't efficient, I would just throw $1,000 a day on an ad and just let it burn out the audience. But this way, I noticed that it's giving me a good amount of return on investment, good amount of cost per purchase, and it's efficient on a pretty high level. So 1-day conversion window works, $50, great. Duplicate that. A 7-day conversion window mobile, $50. Now, other than that, I'm going to duplicate this again and just assign it to desktop, $50. So until now, I have my $10 ad. That's my test ad from the beginning. I have a mobile ad for $50. I have a 7-day conversion window. Mobile ad for $50. I have a desktop ad for $50. Now, if the desktop works good, I'm going to duplicate that and give it a 7-day conversion window as well. Okay, understood until now? Excellent. Now, once I hit 300 cells, that's my next step in the scale. I will create a lookalike audience from the buyers of either the niche or the product. I recommend the product, but if you have a niche store and the product's already similar, you can do it from just like 300 sales from the niche. And I will create a lookalike audience, and I will do the exact same steps that I just showed you for the lookalike audience. So mobile desktop, $10. Notice how I always do mobile desktop $10 at the beginning just to check out the audience ad. And if that works, I'm just going to duplicate the mobile to $50. Play in here. I'm a bit sick. Sorry about that. Okay, so after I do the mobile, I'm going to do the same exact thing. 7-day mobile, $50, desktop, $50, and then 7-day conversion window, desktop, $50. All of this to the lookalike audience. Something I forgot to mention is when I'm targeting the lookalike audience, I'm going to exclude my past audiences. So lookalike audience 1% while excluding PetSmart. Okay, this way I really want to target the people that I haven't targeted already. So that's why I'm going to exclude the past audience. And then, if those work pretty good, I will do the same thing for the lookalike 2%. Same exact thing, mobile desktop $10, and then $50 mobile, 7-day conversion window mobile, and so on and so on. To look like 3%, if still things are working for me, up to 4%, 5%. Usually I stop at 2% because I don't really target extremely broad niches, and 2% is usually my limit. But if you're targeting really big niches, like dogs or grandmas, for example, where it's a huge percentage of the United States, you might see success up to 5%. Now, when I target, for example, lookalike 2%, I will exclude my past audiences, like I said before. So I will exclude the lookalike 1%, and I will exclude PetSmart. And when I do lookalike 3%, I will exclude lookalike 2%, lookalike 1%, and PetSmart. So this is actually the system that I use that has really helped me skyrocket my business. And it's one of the crucial steps that I take to take a product from making $100 a day to making $3,000, $4,000 a day. Now, other than this, you'll get to a point where ads are going to stop working. Sooner or later, the new ads that you're going to release are just going to lose your money. So that doesn't mean that that's it, you're going to stop scaling. That means that we're going to take a different route here. So what do you want to do? You want to basically be always constantly looking at your ads on a daily basis. First of all, and seeing if anything is losing you money and closing it. If anything is losing you money after 2-3 days, it's not going to start making you money after a week or 2 weeks. So you want to close that. if an ad is making you money for a few days constantly, you want to increase the budget by 20%. So I will go from $50 to $60. Then I run for another 2-3 days. Then I'll increase it to $72. Then I run it for another 2-3 days, and so on and so on. This way I'm scaling up and I'm scaling outwards as well. So I'm going to take ads that work for me and I'm going to increase their budget. Other than that, I'm going to continue doing my system of going out to other lookalike audiences. So again, quick overview, mobile desktop $10, see how that works. Duplicate that, mobile $50, see how that works. 7-day mobile conversion window, desktop $50. If that works, 7-day conversion window desktop, then 300 sales, I build a lookalike from the buyers and do the same exact system again. Of course, there's a lot more things that I do to scale, like of course the dynamic product ads and email marketing, retargeting. But with this system, you can easily go from making $100, $200 a day to making a few thousands. And that's actually the success that I've seen with a lot of people that I've helped, where they asked me that they have a product that they're making $30 a day from. And it's amazing that just by applying some of these tactics, they were able to go from 30 to going from like 200, 300 revenue a day to 2-3K a day, literally overnight. And I think you can do the same. So that's why I'm really curious in your guys' results. So I'll be really happy to hear what has worked for you, what hasn't worked for you. And I hope I made sense here. I think I was pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment box below. And yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, good luck guys. Hope to hear from you.